Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janice. I am a full-time influencer talent manager. I create content around internet culture as well as creative living. So if that sounds interesting to you, please definitely stick around and subscribe. Today, I want us to talk about how influencers actually make money. I feel like this whole topic is a little bit mysterious on the internet. When you see an influencer who has a really nice apartment or drives a very nice car, I understand it's hard not to question how they're able to afford that. A lot of people are curious as to how influencers are able to live these luxurious and high-end lifestyles. We live in a world today where everyone, including their moms, their grandmothers and grandfathers literally, are trying to become content creators. And with the rise of TikTok and how people are going viral and becoming TikTok famous overnight, it's hard not to question whether or not you should also throw your hat in the ring and see where things lead. If you're someone who has thought about being a content creator, or if you're already someone who's creating content, you're going to find this video very helpful because I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 10 ways that influencers today are making money. Everything in this list is what I've seen in my experience as a talent manager. These are the most common ways I've seen influencers actually make money. At number 1, we have ADSENSE. If you ever click on a YouTube video and you see that an ad plays, whether it's at the beginning or the middle or the end of the video, know that the influencer who made that video is probably getting a cut from the ads that played. So what that means is, say you see a Target ad on a MrBeast video, that means MrBeast is going to earn a certain percentage of the ad revenue or the money that the advertiser Target paid to YouTube to have that ad play during that video. Don't confuse this with ads that influencers literally film within their videos. Those are two completely different things. So AdSense are those automatic ads, like actual ads that you could see on like television. These ads are usually like high production value. They have actors and they have popular music in it. So typically advertisers pay Google or pay YouTube to play these ads, and YouTube actually shares that money with creators. It's important to know that not every single creator gets that money. There's a lot of requirements that you have to meet to be able to get AdSense. I'm not gonna go into that in this video. If you're curious, I'm gonna link YouTube's AdSense requirements in the description box for you to check out. So depending on the number of views that an ad / a video gets, or the number of people who click on the ad itself, Google uses that information to calculate how much each influencer gets. So of course, someone who's like MrBeast is earning a lot of money because his views are in the millions all the times and sometimes hundreds of millions. Typically, views are calculated according to CPM, which is cost per thousand. If you're very interested about that, you can just Google CPM on YouTube and read more about it. AdSense is something that is only a thing on YouTube. Someone who's only doing TikTok is not making any money from AdSense, and someone on Instagram is not making any money from AdSense at all. That leads us to number 2, which is creator funds. If you've watched Squid Game, you probably remember those big round balls that were stuffed with a lot of money. That's the best analogy I can think of to explain what a creator fund is. Basically, an app decides to put money aside for their creators to kind of help inspire them and encourage them to post more on their platform. A lot of apps currently have creator funds, which makes them more appealing for people to come on their platforms and create content there. Some apps that currently have creator funds include TikTok, YouTube Shorts, because they're trying really hard to get people who are already posting on TikTok to come over to YouTube. So of course they're enticing them by putting money on it. A couple other apps that have creator funds that a lot of people don't really talk about is Snapchat. A friend of mine who's not even like a consistent poster on Snapchat posted one video on Spotlight that went viral and she made a lot of money from it. I highly recommend posting on Snapchat Spotlight if you're trying to be a creator, because that could be a great way for you to make some money while you're starting out. Just like YouTube Shorts, Snapchat is also trying to get into the short form video business. So they're trying their best to make it as appealing to creators as possible. So money is the best way to do that. A couple other apps that have creator funds are Pinterest. They also have a TikTok-like screen where you can scroll and watch short form videos. And also LinkedIn, because they're trying to get more people to post about their professions on their platform. In doing research for this, I saw that Facebook and Instagram also have creator funds, but it's not as prominent as the others. Like, I've honestly never come across it in my entire career. At number 3, we have brand deals, which is the most popular way influencers can make money. Brand deals or brand partnerships basically happen when a brand approaches an influencer or vice versa and they decide to work together. So if you're ever watching a YouTube video and an influencer stops and goes, "This video is sponsored by," and they list a brand's name, that's called a brand partnership. So brands pay influencers because they want the influencer to introduce their brand or their service or product to their audience. Brand partnerships can happen across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, honestly any platform. As long as someone has an audience on the platform, they can make money via brand partnerships. At number 4, we have UGC, which is honestly becoming like one of the most popular ways I've seen on the internet that people make money. UGC means user generated content, and it's basically what it sounds like. How it works is brands pay smaller creators, sometimes bigger, but it's usually smaller creators who are just starting out, to make content for them to post on their social media or their website and stuff like that. So if you have like 100 followers, you could easily make money by becoming a UGC creator. The money that UGC creators make is not a laughable amount. Like, it can be a lot of money, especially if you're doing a lot of them. Honestly, if you're watching this and you just want to make some extra bucks, you should look into getting into UGC content. At number 6, we have ads. So brands will sometimes shoot commercials or ads that they want to play on TV or social media, and usually they want to cast people in these ads who are recognizable.
Alexa, play some country music.
I don't dance now, I make money moves.
No, Alexa, country music.
So if they can't really afford like an A-list celebrity, then their next upshot might be to hire an influencer and put that influencer in the ad. Typically, these influencers make content that the brand relates to. So that's why you're able to see your favorite influencers on TV, in commercials and stuff like that. This is not the most common way influencers make money, but usually people who are growing and people who are very recognizable, brands are going to approach them to work with them in a commercial format. For instance, like Corn Kid, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next week or two, Corn Kid was in a commercial for, I don't know, Target or like some corn brand, because it makes sense for them to work with him, and to include him in a commercial would make a lot of impact because people know who Corn Kid is and they're gonna stick around and watch that entire commercial. Let's go! And depending on where the ads play, if it's on TV, you're probably making way more money. At number 7, we have merch, the infamous merchandise. I feel like this was a bigger thing back in like 2016, 2017, 2018, when we had like the big YouTubers like Jake Paul and Logan and all these people making merch. But these days, the market for merch has kind of decreased for like people who aren't as big. So if you're not at the level of like a Mr. Beast or like a Logan Paul or like a Charlie D'Amelio, you might not see that much profit from making merch. Influencers usually create merch according to what they believe their audience would want. The most popular forms of merch in the past few years has been like t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, and things that are like easily mass produced. Typically, it's advisable to make merch that looks like regular clothing that anyone could wear. For instance, if you have a merch that says your name on it, if someone doesn't know who you are, it's hard for them to put their money towards that item, right? But if you have merch that says something that is universal, then it's way easier for you to sell that to people that might not even watch your videos. At number 7, we have Patreon. Patreon is a site where influencers can have their audience subscribe to them, almost like they were subscribing to like Netflix for content. So typically creators will have their normal YouTube channels or their TikToks or their Instagrams, and then have extra content that they don't post on their regular pages on their Patreons to kind of entice their audience to subscribe to it. For lack of better comparison, think of it almost like an OnlyFans, but without like the X-rated content. Because usually the people who would pay to subscribe to an influencer are like their top fans. So they're usually subscribing to their favorite creators because they want to keep seeing content from them and they want to communicate with them on a more deeper level than like them just posting a video on YouTube. Some influencers post behind the scenes content on their Patreons. I know some influencers who have like movie nights with their audiences, and some have like extended versions of their videos on their Patreon. If you are a creator that has a sizable audience, you should think about starting a Patreon account and giving them extra content on there. At number 8, we have product lines. This has become way more popular in the past 2 to 3 years because it allows for influencers to create products and services that their audience can actually use on a day-to-day basis. So rather than just selling a t-shirt, influencers can sell stuff like coffee, skincare products, candles. I've seen some influencers even sell like tote bags. Depending on what you think your audience will appreciate, you can create a product line that appeals to them. In the past, we've usually seen product lines from people like celebrities, but not really influencers, because the margins on that is really high to like get started. But with influencers nowadays becoming even way more famous than like actual celebrities, it makes sense that an Addison Rae would have a makeup line, and also a Charli D'Amelio would have, you know, Social Tourist, which is her clothing line, because she has the audience to be able to make her money back from that. At number 9, we have affiliate marketing. I honestly have a hate relationship with affiliate marketing, because to me it just doesn't add up. I don't think it's worth it at all, in my opinion and like in my experience. I'm sure there's some influencers who have seen some positive outcomes from it, especially if you're like new and starting out. Like Amazon has a great affiliate program where if you list a product that fits their parameters, then you get to earn a little bit of money from it. Other than that, I don't really like when brands kind of use this to entice new creators, and sometimes it can just be a scam. So just be very careful when it comes to affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when brands come to creators and they basically tell them, hey, we're gonna give you this unique link to our website, and if you promote our product a lot and actually get sales from it, then you get to earn like a certain percentage from it. Usually it's under like 20%. That's like the most I've ever seen. Honestly, it's up to you as a creator to kind of like think about it and see if it's worth any of your time. And last but not least, traditional. Every influencer is or should be trying to make money in the traditional space. When I say traditional, I mean traditional media, which includes acting, music, comedy, anything in entertainment that isn't social media based. I think it's a great way for creators to like start planning towards that, because creators who are able to successfully transition between social media and traditional have been shown to like have the most success and just the most longevity. So for instance, like the D'Amelios, right? Not only are they posting on social media, they also have a whole freaking TV show. Addison Rae, she's actually starred in a Netflix movie and is now an actress, so that adds to her income in a very big way. And the final example is Bella Poarch. Like, she started on social media and now she's a full-fledged musician. So she's made that successful transition into becoming a traditional artist, which makes her a more rounded creator. So I feel like every single influencer is or should be trying to get into the traditional space, because that helps make you a household name to people who might not even be on social media, because there's a huge audience outside of like, you know, people under 30 years old. And audience equals money, and if you can get those people who are only watching TV or who are only watching Netflix to come and like check you out on YouTube, that's a big plus for you. I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And also, if you have any suggestions for videos I should make within the influencer space, please let me know. Thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can see when I upload videos. Thank you for being brave enough to live a creative life. I'll see you in the next one.